Hello, everybody. Pascal Bergeron here, and I am so excited to bring you the first part of my series on Part D and showing you ways to save money with your insurance. Now, step one has to do with choosing the right plan. Now, this is extremely important, so please pay attention to this step because this is the key that's going to make the whole thing work. Because if you're stuck in a plan that's not for you, it's not doesn't meet the criteria that you have, it's not going to be any fun. You're gonna waste money. You might as well take some money, light it on fire, and that's it. So let's go ahead. Let me give you a quick fact right here. Millions of Americans choose the wrong Part D coverage plan every year, costing them dearly. We're talking millions and millions of dollars going to the insurance companies and allowing them to laugh all the way to the bank while our seniors struggle. This is not good. Okay? So let's go ahead and keep going. So, what is the right plan for you? That's a good question, right? Well, it's not so simple, but I'm going to try to make it a little simpler for you. There are many determining factors in finding the right Part D plan, including cost, coverage, and convenience. Now, when we talk about cost, we're talking about the premium, which is the amount that you pay to join the Medicare drug plan. Okay, this is going to be paid monthly to the plan that you choose. The deductible, the amount you pay for your prescriptions before your plan starts to share in the cost. Okay, deductibles vary by plans, but no plan has a deductible more than $295. Okay, when we're talking about costs, we're talking about co-payments. This is the amount you pay for your prescriptions after you have paid the deductible. In some plans, you pay the same co-payment um, for any prescription. In other plans, there might be a different level. For example, you might have to pay less for generic drugs than brand names. Okay? So each plan, as far as cost, there's little differences in each plan. Okay? Now, when we're talking about coverage, now this is also very important. This is where a lot of the mistake is overlooked and is made. Okay? When we're talking about coverage, we're talking about the formulary, which is the list of drugs that your plan covers. Does it do you any good to be on a plan that doesn't cover your medications? Makes absolutely no sense, right? So it's very important to make sure you look into that. Some plans you need prior authorization um, to get certain drugs, which can be a pain in the butt. So very important. Find out about that. And last, as far as the coverage gap. If you have high drug costs, you might want to consider which plans offer additional coverage until you spend your $43.50 a year. Okay? Again, some plans offer, if your drugs are very high, very expensive, and you're going to meet your amount real quick, some plans do offer for a little bit more a month extra coverage. So it's really important to look into. And last but not least, convenience. See if you use a certain pharmacy near you. Make sure that your plan is accepted at that pharmacy, or that there is a pharmacy near you that accepts the plan that you're looking to choose. Very important. You don't want to be stuck and you can't get your medications because the nearest pharmacy is 50 miles away that takes that plan, or it doesn't take, your state doesn't take, you know, no pharmacy in your state takes that plan. Period. Which, very important. Look into that. Let me see here. Let me share some common situations that might affect you. If you take specific prescription drugs that are important to your health, make sure you get a drug plan, of course, that covers them. Right? Um, Let me see here. If you use a lot of generic medications, make sure your plan covers generic medications. Let's say you're not on drugs right now. You don't take any prescription drugs, okay? But you want to have, peace of mind that if you go to the doctor and he says, hey, you need these prescriptions, that you have coverage? Well, look into a plan that has a very low premium. Doesn't make any sense if you're not taking medications to pay such a high premium, correct? All right. So, tools to use to help you. You're going to have a lot of research to do. You know, it can be a pain in the butt, it can be a daunting task, but I know you're up to it. And here's a few suggestions to help you. You can go to Medicare.gov, and they have a lot of helpful information there that can help you. But I highly recommend that you use Plan Prescriber. And I'm going to give you a link below this video. You can click on it. Fill out your information, and what this is going to do, they're going to contact you either by email or by phone, and they work with all of the plans. I mean, pretty much all of the plans. And what this is a free service, which is great. Now, what they do is they're going to ask you some questions, you know, like we went over which drugs you're taking, you know, this and that. And they have a computer system that's going to match you with a list of best suited plans for you. Now, how cool is that? Now, that's awesome, right? That cuts the research time more than half. I mean, it's spectacular. I mean, I've used them in the past. I've recommended them to a few of my clients, you know, at my facility, and they've used it and they've had great things to say as well. And they all ended up on the right plan. So, if you want to make your life a little simpler, you know, just something to think about, I would click on the link, check it out, and if it's for you, go ahead and use it. In closing, make sure you do your homework. Don't choose a plan before you do your homework, and study all the options out there. Go over all the things we discussed, and most importantly, take your time in making your decision. This is an important decision. It's really important that you make the right decision. Um, in closing, that's it for today, and I'll see you in a few with a new video. Thanks for listening, and have a good day.